to implement your proposed system. So first of all, let me tell you how to run the project. Okay. So see, to run the project, what you have to do, you have to go inside your project folder. Suppose my this is my project folder, this is my project folder location. So you have to go inside. Okay, and then you have to go to your address bar, the Explorer address bar. You have to click your free space and you have to remove the path and you have to type CMD and hit enter. Okay, once you hit enter, it will open the particular command promote into a particular location, and here you have to type command python app.py and you have to hit enter. Okay, for my case I have to type 3 train because I have done the setup accordingly, but you have to type python only. Okay, and you have to hit enter. After you will hit enter, it will take some time as per your laptop performance, and it will give the URL like this. Okay, and then you have to go to your project, your browser, and you have to type the uh, particular link manually, and you have to hit enter. Then it will give you home page like that. Okay, so this way you have to run the project. Okay, and secondly you can do to open the project in particular command, proper workshop kind of thing. You have to download VS Code. Okay, do download the VS Code, Visual Studio Code. Okay, and there you can go to file section, and then you can go to open folder, and then you can go to your project location, uh, whatever place you have placed the code, and then you have to select it. Okay, once you do the select, it will open the project in this workshop of view. Okay, so you can have, you can open any file and you can check the code, right? That will be very easy for you, visible. So this way you can open your project and you can run the project. Okay, so now let's go for the uh, technical things. Okay, so as you know, like this is the home page, and then you have to do the login, sign up. I believe you already aware of all this, right? So let's go for the technical part directly. Okay, so see, for the implementing, see, first of all, the language, the programming language which we have used, that is Python, right? We have used Python language. And for the front end, we have used HTML normal, HTML, CSS, okay? And for the algorithm part, we have used YOLO algorithm, and we have used the latest version which is V8, okay? And for the data set, so data set we have collected from RoboFlow. Okay, RoboFlow is basically one of the site where you can find different data set, and you can also do the training there as well. Okay, and for the framework means to connect front end and back end. We have used a framework. Okay, and the framework is Flask. Okay, we have used Flask framework. So these are the technology part which we have used. Okay, so to check the data set, I have given you one link, result link. There you will be find this data set link. Okay, so you can copy this and you can go to your project explorer and you can paste it. Okay, then you will get this one. So this is the data set, and in the image section you can have the all images. So as you can see, in this particular data set there are a bunch of images are there, and they have differentiated with different categories like casual, formal, other, streetwear, athletic wear, right? So you can do the select and you can check what are the results are there. Okay, so you can download the particular data set and you can do the testing with different during the demonstration, college demonstration, I suggest download some images from this dataset only and do the presentation. You will have a very good accuracy, okay? Because dataset algorithm knows ki dataset images because we have to do the training on that, right? And for the real time, then you can try with that as well. But in real time, as we can see, it depend, right? So this is the thing. So I suggest go with this dataset images only with live testing. So what we have done? So we have used this dataset and we have trained the YOLO algorithm. So how we have trained the YOLO algorithm? There is a folder, notebook folder is there. Go inside the notebook folder. You will find the two file. One is IPYB file, which is basically a Jupyter notebook, and second one is HTML file, the same version in HTML file. So you can directly double click on it and you can open this. Okay, and we have used Google Colab. Okay, we have used Google Colab to train the algorithm. Okay, whatever code we have done and whatever training we have done on top of uh, Google Colab. Why Google Colab? Because see, for training a algorithm need processing power and memory, right? So as we laptop have very limited sources, right? So we have used the Google Colab. They provide free GPU and memory, so there we have used that. Okay, so as you can see, this is the code. Okay, first we are downloading the RoboFlow dataset. Okay, and then we are unzipping the particular dataset in our drive, Google Drive. Okay, extracting the dataset, and after extraction, uh, then after extraction, then we have downloading the library, the YOLO library. Ultra LaTeX is the library of YOLO. Okay, so there we can download the YOLO, complete YOLO code. Okay, and then after that, what we are doing, this is the code to train the model. Okay, so this way we can train the model where we need to pass our dataset file, configuration file, and the number of epochs and batch size and the dataset output path. Okay, so what is epoch? Epoch is very important. Epoch is nothing but number of iteration where we will do the training, number of times algorithm will do the understanding on dataset. Just this is just like ki, suppose you read a book first time, so you will have understanding, basic understanding of book, right? Similarly, if you read the same book on second time, you will have more understanding. Similarly, if you read the book third time, then you will have more understanding, right? So as per you read the book, you will get more understanding, right? Better understanding. So just like that, we do the training, algorithm training. It will train the algorithm on number of epochs, number of times on data set, and uh, it will improve internally based on whatever false result they will produce. It will do the improvement, and based on losses, it will do the calculation changes, and it will have the good accuracy. Okay. Similarly, as you can see, initially in the first epoch, it has very less accuracy, like 0.1, right? Similarly, then in second epoch they have done some changes, and it again got decreased, accuracy got decreased, and the third epoch also got decreased. But in fourth epoch it got increased, and in the fifth epoch it got again increased, right? So this way it helped to train get more accuracy. Okay, so we have done 51. So at the 51 we have got almost 90% accuracy on data set. Okay, which is very good accuracy. So this way we have done the training, and then here we are removing all the garbage variables, and then we are exporting the model. Whatever our final model are there, base model, we are saving the model, and this is the architecture of YOLO algorithm, and this is accuracy. Key, this is a precision curve, almost 99% we have got. So we have separate classes, and this graph you can put in your thesis and presentation. Similarly, this is F1 score. Okay, we have almost 0.4 F1 score. This is the recall factor. So do some research. Ki what are these matrices? Ki what is precision? What is recall? What is recall? Or uh, what is recall? What is confidence? Okay, do some research. What is YOLO on YouTube? You will find a bunch of videos on YouTube, and with a very good explanation. Okay, with the formulas. Okay, so do research by your own, so you will have good understanding. Okay. So similarly, at the end, then we are trying to predict with random images. So this way we have done the training. Okay. So let's talk about algorithm. Ki what is YOLO? So first of all, see, if you search YOLO algorithm, so YOLO is basically nothing but it is a object detection algorithm. Okay, it basically help to detect object from an input source. Okay, if you see, if you do the some research. Okay, so YOLO is basically capable of detecting 80 types of object. Okay, like a bird, cat, dog, horse. Matlab, if you by default provide image to a YOLO algorithm, so it can detect whether the whatever persons are there, birds, cat, 80 types of object it can detect. Okay, so it's basically called pre-trained model. Okay, If you use pretend model, then it called pretend model. We have used pretend one, okay. But what is our approach? We want to detect dress code, right? So dress code is nothing but also object, right? Suppose there is a dress code, and this is we can consider as an object. So okay, so for in terms of object detection, YOLO is the best one, okay. So what we have done already, some developer has done. They have done the labeling. This is called labeling. From the input image, we are separating the image, and we are drawing the labels. Where is the object? Just like this, this is the object, and we have set the label. This is the other. Okay. So just like that, this is the formal. So they have created a boundary box over the person, and they have labeled as a formal. Okay, like that we have done the particular developer has done the labeling, and they have published the dataset globally. Okay, so what we have done, we are using, so YOLO internally uses some algorithm technique or a neural network. So mainly it is using CNN layer, CNL algorithm. Okay, CNN basically not algorithm, it's a layer. Okay, convolutional layer is the main layer. Okay, so this is the architecture of CNN algorithm layer. So basically, CNN layer is help to identify the features, just like here. Suppose this is the input image. So in the input image, what you are finding, key this particular bird has two eyes, it has yellow color, it has all face, right? So these are the kind of features. So convolutional layer used to identify the feature maps of input images, okay, and then accordingly do the pooling, and then it will do the filtering, okay, etc., etc. So YOLO algorithm is mainly uses convolutional, multiple convolutional layer, multiple uh, times it identify the features. So this is the architecture of YOLO V8, right? So you can see they are using multiple convolutional C2. So it is using lots of layers, bottleneck layer, concurrent layer, convolution. Mainly, if you see, it is using convolution layer because that is the backbone. Okay, that's the main layer. So this is the working of this particular CNN one. Okay, so we are just passing the input image, and it will identify the internal feature and do the training accordingly. Okay, in our case, we have a feature like in code we have this V shape kind of thing, and complete covered thing. So it internally identify those things. Okay, we no need to specify those. Convolutional layer basically implemented in such a way so that it uses some mathematical calculation. Basically, see, this is an input image. Okay, so this is basically considered as a matrix. Okay, basically image is nothing but also a big matrix. Okay, is every image consists of number of pixels, right? So pixels is nothing but a value, right? So value is nothing but if you replace every pixel with value, so it become very big large matrix based on pixels. Okay, so it take it as a matrix, and based on matrix it identify the features. Okay, you if you do some research, then you will able to get it. Okay, so this way we have done the algorithm training. Okay, so now hope you have understood the algorithm part and dataset part, right? So, so now let's go for the framework thing, right? Framework in HTML, CSS. See, for the Flask, so what is the Flask? Flask basically a framework, or you can say a server kind of thing, where we can host our front end code. Okay, so if you see in our project, if you go to home screen, okay, so here you can see this is the URL, right? So right now the URL is user. Similarly, if you go to image section, then it got changed to upload, right? Similarly, if you go to webcam, then it will change to webcam. Similarly, if you go to algorithm section, then it got changed to algorithm, right? So this is called root. So these all roots we need to define in Flask. Okay, if you go to your code, okay, so there is a file app.py is the main file. Okay, so in this app.py file, here we have written the Flask code. Okay, here we are first importing the libraries like Flask. SQL Alchemy is basically our database. We have used a Flask SQL Alchemy framework to connect the database, and we have used for the database we have used SQLite. Okay, we are for the database, dataset and database both are different thing. Okay, SQLite. Okay, so we have used SQLite. So, so this way we are importing some required library, and then here we are making the Flask object and SQL object, and then we are setting some configuration data like uploaded images file. And if you go down, So here this is the model key user model. We have created a user model, user database table, okay, and this is the model, okay. So here if you go, so here we have created multiple routes. Here you can see, right, so this is the main home screen route. So whenever user come to main URL, then we are displaying index page. Similarly, if user come to user root, then we are showing index.auth HTML page. Similarly, suppose come to algorithm root, then we are showing algorithm page, right? Just I showed you, right? Here I showed you, right? Okay, if you go to algorithm, then it will change to algorithm, and this once you click this particular button, and then it will call this particular route, and when it will call this particular route, then it will render this particular HTML file. And inside the template folder, there is a template folder. So inside the template folder, there are all HTML files are there. So this is the HTML code, so that is we are displaying from here, just like that, okay. So this way we have created the Flask thing. Similarly, we have created a process API where we are uploading the image, and we are taking the image, and then we are saving the particular image, whatever image you will upload, and then we are uh, converting it into base 64, and then we are making the prediction, okay. There's the function, detect function we have created in the YOLO image based class. So there's the YOLO image based class where we are loading the YOLO algorithm, and there's the code to predict the particular boundary boxes and labels of the input image, okay. Similarly, this is the YOLO camera. So there we are also doing the same key. We are loading the model, and we are opening the laptop camera, and we are accessing the frame by frame, and then we are making prediction on every frame, and then we are displaying in front in the window, okay, like that. And similarly, there is a folder structures are there. Let me tell you, okay, there's a dataset folder where consists all dataset, and there's the model folder where we are storing the YOLO model or the trained YOLO model. There's a notebook where we are storing the machine learning code, and this is the uploaded dataset where whatever image you will upload, it will come here, okay. And there's the YOLO V8 file, YOLO class to load the YOLO algorithm, okay. And there's the util for the same. So this way we have done the interfacing of front end, back end, and algorithm. Okay, and there is a file, dataset DB file. So you won't be able to open this. To open this, you need to download some extension in your SQL, in your Visual Studio Code. You have to download some extension. Okay, do some research how to install the extension. Okay, you just need to go to this extension tab. There is the extension tab here, and here you have to search SQLite Viewer. Huh. So this is a SQLite Viewer. So you have to install this. Okay. So once you install this, and then you will go to your project folder, and if you click this on same file, then you will get the database data. Whatever you will do the submission sign up, you will have the store it here. Okay. So like that, we have done the interfacing of database as well. So as I told you everything, right? So there is one more link in the result link. If you go to this drive section, okay, this if you copy this drive link, and if you go to the on the same, so you will find all the data sets here as well, okay. And there is a training folder. If you go to inside training folder, so here is all graphs are available, okay. So you can put these graphs in your report or in presentation, okay. So this all graphs are available. So and testing samples is also available, so you can refer this, okay, for the accuracy and for the training and etc, okay. So refer this. Confusion matrix is also there, okay.
Thank you friends for watching my video. If you are new, then subscribe channel and share with your friend. Don't forget to like, comment and share. Thank you.